Alright everybody, it is me, it is Jersey Cat, and we are back with another adventure. And this one is an adventure. We are not on Lake Lanier today. We are on my arch nemesis lake, Lake Carter's. I have fished Carter several times in the past. I did really well the first time I came here. Loved it. I was like, this is my new favorite lake. I came back 24 hours, same conditions, same everything, same weather pattern, same temperature, nothing. I struggled. I even played hooky and laid out of work to come back because it was so epic that night that I fished here that I had to get a taste of it again the very next night. And now I got a taste of it all right. Oh, I got a taste of what Carters can be like. And that's when I started studying up on Carters, and I realized there's a lot more that goes into Carters. There's a lot more that goes into Carters being good than any other lake that I fish. So, plus you can't use herring here, so you have to net your own bait, or you have to buy like shiners and trout and stuff like that, which is what we did. We went shiners and trout and gizzard shad. So we'll see what happens, man. I don't know. I just wanted to do something different. I wanted to come up here because it's the lake like I said, it kind of intimidates me. It's the deepest lake in Georgia by a wide mile, and there are big fish in here though. And you know, from what I can tell, a good day here is about 5 quality fish. A bad day is wondering if there's any fish. So let me get some lines in the water. Let's see what happens. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hybrid. My camera is acting up like crazy. Hybrid. Go. I'll be dang. Got one. We got one. Love it when a plan comes together. Alright. I don't know what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, hybrid. My camera is acting up like crazy. Hybrid. It is a good one. That's the one I come up here for, I think. Come on. Crap. I guess everything's gonna be on that camera, huh? I hate that damn GoPro 11. That thing's a piece of crap. Best damn fish I hook all day, and it's not even gonna be on camera. Unbelievable. You piece of junk. Buddy. Yeah, there it is. There she blow. Boom, boom. About 31, 32 inch fish. Hell yeah! It is a good one too. Problem is it's got a little tiny hook. Such a tiny hook on here. Ah, it's got such a tiny hook. Dang it. It's a good fish too. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get this fish in a boat. Dang it, dang it, dang it, man. This is gonna be a battle of wits. I think I'm gonna lose it though. I'd say the odds are against me getting this fish into the boat. £10 leader, little tiny shiner hook. Tell you what, that fish came out of nowhere too. And like I always say, loosen up that drag when you get the fish close to the boat, especially with these little tiny hooks. You don't have a choice. What you got? We're getting too close to the end for you to start fighting again now. Oh, hell yeah. That's a 20 plus all day. Well, maybe not a 20 plus, but it's a big one. Come here, don't come on. Here. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. All right. Yeah. 30 adventure. Boom. Look at that, huh? Okay. 35 inches, baby. Yes. Woo! That was fun. All right, y'all. First and foremost, let me jump in here and say I'm sorry I haven't recorded in a while. I haven't really been pushing any trips lately. I haven't been trying to book any trips. I've just kind of been chilling. This is a slow time of year for booking guide trips. And I wanted to go out fishing for myself a few times. And there's this video, and there's another video coming up of us catfishing up in Tennessee, which I think y'all like. We caught a really, really big catfish. Biggest fish that's ever come over the rails in my grandfather's boat by a wide mile. And my office also looks like I've been robbed because I've been switching gears from going from striper fishing to catfishing. I've been making a bunch of dragging weights and getting things geared up, changing line, you know. So I've been on the move. So my office has suffered greatly because of it. But this video that y'all just watched, it was a Carter's Lake trip. I'm not going to sit here and be conceited and show my ego and try to give you guys information on how to fish Carter's because I haven't fished it enough to give you all information on how to fish Carters. I can tell you what didn't work, and from talking to other friends of mine, don't bring trout. Fish on Carters, they don't like trout. They don't eat them. They won't try to eat them. I had one little bite in the morning on a little tiny trout, and that was it. The rest of the day, the trout, they were happy as could be. I let those trout go, and they're just living life to the fullest now. But Carter's is a very unique lake. Carter's is extremely deep. Carter's has a lot of environmental factors going into it that make it productive or unproductive. I've fished Carter's several times in the past, and it has been a completely different lake every time I fished it. And the results have been wildly different. So Carter's will humble you. I've been reluctant to go there and pull live bait because I know Carter's isn't a broke man's game. You know what I mean? If you're going to go fish Carter's and you want to do good, you better be ready to put in the work. For instance, Carter's has aloe herring in it. It doesn't have bluebacks. You can't use bluebacks, so don't buy them. Don't bring them there. And in order to use aloe bait, you have to net them because nobody sells them. So you have to get there really early in the morning and just know that you need a specific type of cast net to catch them too. Which is a tape bottom cast net, and the reason being that regular cast nets, as they sink, they tend to close. Well, they don't tend to close, they do close. And by the time you get down to the depth where the herring may be, your net might be 80% closed. You might just have a little tiny opening going down there. So you need a specific kind of net which has tape around the bottom, which stays open longer as it sinks and wider. And another thing is they don't respond to hydroglows, the green lights, once the water temperature gets below 60. So you're going to want to bring white lights with you. I found that out after the fact that a friend told me when I got there. He's like, yeah, you wouldn't have got them with your hydroglow anyways with the water temperature so cold. I was like, really? I didn't know that. And, you know, those are the things that you don't know going in unless you have somebody to talk to and pick their brain. Me being the... you know, the hard-headed guy I am, I don't like to pick anybody's brain before I go anywhere. I like to just show up and do it, do my thing, put my skills up against the lake and see how I do. So I tend not to ask for information before I go anywhere. You know, I might call up somebody and ask them, you know, like, how deep are you fishing or something like that. But I won't ask for spots. I don't ask for specific information. You know, just some couple general little things that get me pointed in the right direction will usually be the majority of what I ask. But, yeah, Carter's, man, it'll break you. You better get there early, like I said, if you want a net bait. There was a big difference between me and this other guide boat that was fishing the same area that showed up when I was out there. They probably got between 6 and 9 fish in 4 hours, and I had 2 fish in the same 4 hours. So they had herring, I didn't. From talking to the guide, he was only averaging like 1 to 3 herring every other throw. So think about that. If you're going to fish with 2 or 3 guys all day on Carters, you better get in there pretty daggum early and throw that net pretty early. And be ready too, because it's cold up there. That Lake Carters is up in the mountains. You know, I'm figuring they were out there throwing a net for a few hours. Their boat was probably covered in ice, because I got my boat covered in ice just from launching it. And so that boat must have been covered in ice. The boy must have been cold throwing that net for all those hours. Carter's is it's not for the faint of heart, man. If you're going to go up there, you better have your game tight. And but I would strongly suggest, if you want to fish Lake Carters and you want to get to understand it better, hire a guide. I would suggest using a guide. Me, I'm ignorant. I want to go there and put my skills up against the the big bad lake. So, but other than that, I really ain't got much to say. Like I said, I'm not going to try to give you all information and tips and tactics on what happened. I caught 1 fish on a gizzard shad, and I got 1 fish on a shiner, and I got that one little fish, that one little hybrid that I hit a little tiny trout as the sun was coming up. And that was the only bite I had on trout all day. I had several bites on shiners, but most of the bites were exploratory bites where you could tell that the fish came up and grabbed it. Once that fish realized that shiner wasn't what that fish thought it was, he let that shiner go. I had some really good bites on the shad, but the shad I was downlining were a little bit big for the size hooks I had, and I didn't bring big hooks for downlining shad. It wasn't something that I anticipated I was going to be doing. So it was a little bit goofy, but yeah, I was downlining some big old 10-inch gizzard shad, but it worked. I got a fish on it, so I guess I was fortunate enough to make that happen. But yeah, Carter's Lake is a different beast, man. It's a whole different animal. It's a beautiful lake in the middle of the North Georgia mountains. And it's quiet. It's peaceful. I mean, I seen 1 boat all day. And it just so happened to be that we were fishing in the same spot. If I would have picked a different creek arm, I would have never seen a boat all day. And that's pretty unique for Georgia. And striper fishermen know that it's a difficult lake, so a lot of people avoid it because in order to be successful there, you got to put in the work. It's not a poor man's game. You got to go in there and work hard to catch fish on Carters. And my hat's off to the guys that make a living fishing that lake. But other than that, I'm just rambling. Over and out. This is Jersey Cat's Fishing Adventures. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. As y'all know, YouTube is not pushing my channel at all, so any help that you can give by sharing the video, subscribing, hitting the like button, leaving a comment is greatly appreciated. Y'all have been doing a great job of, pushing my videos and sharing them and whatnot, and I thank you guys. I really do, and I mean that from the heart. But stay tuned next week. I will have a good catfishing video. Like I said, we took off to Tennessee. That's what all this mess is from me changing gears to go catfishing. And we caught some really nice catfish. And that video is going to be pretty good. And I'm looking forward to editing that one as well. And I might go back and do it again this weekend, or I might go somewhere else this weekend and go striper fishing. I don't know. Stay tuned. You'll never know. You never know where I'll wind up fishing next. But until next time, this is Jersey Cat's Fishing Adventures. Over and out. Take care. I'll see y'all later.